Hey guys, this is Jim Mullins again. Well, just in case if there's another month-long hiatus between me and Adam rating The Eternal Gift, I'm going to read one of Taw's fanfics. Well, if you haven't seen Taw's work, that guy is pretty. Yeah, Taw is this really good writer for fanfiction. I'm not really into his lesbian clops, but I'm like really into his second person human pony clops. Well, you know me. Well, anyways, I'm gonna read one of Taw's fanfics. So yeah. All right. The story that I'm gonna read is Dashing That Rainbow. It's a second person human rainbow dash clock. Alrighty then. Rainbow Dash, dashing rainbows. You look up across the midday sky, the harsh light of the sun blotted out by the seemingly random splattering of clouds strewn across your vision. By all accounts, a brilliant day, one of the best in a long while. It's just coming out of winter. Every pony has been missing the sunshine. Much as the snow is fun for the little fillies and foals and Pinkie Pie, it's not so great for everyone else. Not least yourself. Your bipedal frame is less stable on the slippery ice, and your lack of a furry coat makes the harsh winter all the worse. Yeesh. Not today though. Today is beautiful. Strolling through the busy town, you feel the warm air brush against your skin, and you smile and wave at the happy ponies strolling around town on their way to exciting new adventures, or something of the sort. They'll meet it with enthusiasm. They always do. Your adventure for the day is going to grab a copy of the weather schedules for the next few weeks over your lunch break, just to make sure you don't get caught in any particular nasty storms. Walking through the town, the architecture shining in the comfortable climate, you add a sub-item to your mental checklist: fake the pony responsible. If you can find her, that is. The weather office, it's a cloud. Let's be honest here, it's just a cloud. Some ponies have delusions of grandeur. It's completely empty. You're pretty sure there are laws against that, especially right in the middle of spring, an important time for all the little animals coming out of hibernation and getting their lives back together, or so Fluttershy would tell you anyway. Alas, there's no pony there. Who's on duty this time of day? The question answers itself, really. It's Rainbow Dash, isn't it? Every pony else takes their job seriously. On the other hand, if this is her sky, then you really can't fault her work. Still, without a manned office, both of your tasks are impossible to complete. So it's time to go looking for a Rainbow Dash. Heading back into town, you start to ask around. Nobody has seen her, not even the Flower Sisters, and they always seem to notice her flying above them. Although Dash always misinterprets the chorus of squeals she leaves in her wake. Pinkie says you should go out into the fields she normally practices in. She'll probably be there, silly. You think you're in start for the outskirts of town, walking quickly so to not waste any more of your time. It's time on this particular wild goose chase. Making it to the field, you quickly spot her, curled up on a cloud. Your annoyance at her just melts away. She's that adorable. The way her tail whips wraps around her body, hugging into her legs, and the way her nose wobbles lightly as she takes another light breath. Her chest rising and falling in sync. More than that, as your eyes trace along the lines of her toned muscles, you start to appreciate her athletic build. She's a surprisingly attractive pony up close. You've only ever seen her zipping past you in the sky, barely a blur at the speed she usually travels at. Not now, though. Now she's not doing anything quickly. She's clearly dreaming of it, you realize, watching her wings quiver slightly in response to unreal stimuli. But out here in the real world, she's still. You take a good look, seeing how her rainbow tail isn't just trickery. Her mane is actually multicolored like that somehow. It's pretty. Oh yeah, it is. You hear a crack from under your feet as you snap a well-placed stick. It draws your attention downwards, and you see similar sticks all around, almost like they've been purposely set around. Oh, hey, sorry about that. Hey, you shouldn't sneak up on me like that. No harm done, right? You're on the ground, Dash on top of you, your face inches away from yours and her wings stretched out, probably to appear intimidating. Apparently, some pony had set those up, and it woke Dash up violently. No harm done? Your aching back would disagree on that, but nothing seems to be broken, just bruised. You shakily nod. Her blow having knocked the air out of you and gasp to try and catch your breath. Oh, gee, sorry. Maybe I was a little jumpy. But I don't like being woken up. She half apologizes before perking her ears up and questioning more potently. Why were you sneaking up on me anyway? Didn't you want something? An autograph? A piece of Dash? Oh no. Gosh, she actually is full of herself, as people had said. It'd be impressive if you weren't still reeling from how hard she can slam into your body at such sort of distance. Now you begin to explain. You just wanted a copy of a weather schedule. Did she say a piece of Dash? Do people actually say things like that? Sure, all the time. Who wouldn't want me? You've seen me, right? Of course you have. That's probably why you didn't see my traps. She has a point. It kinda is. Though you debate they're being called traps. Whatever. Point is, this isn't the first time people have come up and asked me. You don't have to hide it. I have a mirror. I've seen me too. With that last sentence, she throws her head forward and brushes her mane up with a huff, throwing it into the air, where it slowly flows back down to its natural resting position, retaining its signature rainbow hue all the way down. It's mesmerizing, and she knows it. You're not sure what's more annoying, her arrogance or the fact that she's right. Not about that. No, you legitimately just want a weather schedule, and to think whoever was responsible for today's weather. You really want a copy? Got a pen? Also clear from here until the solstice, when the rain's on a Thursday evening. It doesn't change, dude. It's been like this since I got the job. You sure that's why you're here? You really don't have to hide it. Nobody else does. I'm up for it. You're new. New is interesting. She has a point. You're not sure why you expected the schedule to change, but that really isn't why you're here. You haven't even seen her up close until today, much less planned out some absurd plot to get into her plot. Did you like what you saw? Now she's just getting corny. I've heard her friends talk about her vocabulary. Apparently this is normal in Cloudsdale. Like their language got stuck 20 years ago, and things like what you see have a place outside of bad pornography. Unfortunately, she's right. You did like what you saw. The ever tightening bulge down down below is an unarguable testament to that. And she's a Pegasus. They all have fantastic vision. Normally, it's used to help them fly, though not make already embarrassed human beings even more flustered. Dash's face contorts into a sly grin, knowing that by this point she was going to have her way anyway. She didn't have to be pushy, much as it annoys you. You have to admit that having a pony as, let's face it, straight up attractive as Rainbow Dash can pin you down in the dirt for so long isn't the worst thing that's ever happened. And while your to-do list did include thanking her, it wasn't specific how. Oh yeah. Admitting defeat, you raise a hand to her face and gently pull it down to kiss her, closing your eyes and as your lips. Fuck. I'm gonna explore this stuff working. Yeah. Closing your eyes as your lips meet and your tongues slip into each other's mouths. She breaks off after a moment, though, and whispers into your ear. Do you look like the sort of pony who takes things slow? You're slightly worried about what you've gotten yourself into now. A feeling that doesn't get any better as she starts to try to pull you off your shirt with her teeth. Not something she's very good at, but luckily she doesn't mind being shooed off so you can take it off yourself. Throwing it up at the clout so it doesn't get too dirty. While you were doing that, she was working a little lower, managing to pull down your zipper to start to struggle with the button. You help with that too, slipping it open with a hand while your other lands on her flank, giving it a good squeeze to her hard muscular surface. No, if you're going to do this, you're doing it properly. Dash might be all about speed, but you're not. And she's a light pony. Grabbing the other side of her flank and pulling her off is no trouble, nor is flipping her over, and pinning her down yourself, turning the tables on her quite effectively. What the hey? No complaining either. You silence her cry with a quick kiss. Her eyes fluttering close as you hold her down, and her struggles die out. Several seconds later, you pull up, a strand of saliva running between your open mouths, and she gasps a little. Do you look like the sort of person that goes that fast? You finish your whisper with a light nibble on her ear, bringing out a cool of approval. Maybe Dash isn't all about the speed, lifting yourself up, but still holding her down by her forelegs, lest she try and escape. You survey her body from a new angle with a new mindset. From above, she seems much curvier, from the tips of her hard flat hooves to the long strong legs connecting them to her slim-toned body. All of it covered in a thin layer of bright blue hair. You see the way the base of her wings fan outwards, leaving her wings snapped to the side of her body. The coating of feathers lightly disheveled from the morning's work. You see how her cutie mark look upside down, and you see how the thin pink slit at the end of her body is only slightly visible from her fur. A few small droplets of liquid clinging to some of the hairs. You don't want to keep her waiting for too long. There's certainly such a thing as being too slow, but she's not desperate for it. Not yet. Lowering back down, you start to lightly kiss around her neck, bringing out more happy-sounding noises. If you didn't know better, you'd say the speed thing is entirely for show. She seems to be enjoying taking it slow. Should subvert expectations then. The next kiss has teeth, a little bite on the side of her neck. She definitely liked that. Her whole body shivered a little, and her happy side turned to a light moan. Still want it fast, Dash? Shut up and keep going, she breathlessly whispers. She's not one for teasing, then at least not vocally. You can work with that, you decide, running your mouth down her neck and onto her body, leaving light kisses and tempting licks in your wake. This is all about thanking her, not just for your own fun. You ought to do something nice. Her wings look pretty untidy. You've heard Pegasi often getting their wings preened. You better ask first, though. Huh? You wanna? Yeah, go ahead. Doing it myself gets pretty lonely at times. She says as she unfurls both wings, giving them an easy flap and throwing the both of you into the air so she can flip over for a better angle. Thankfully, she's kind enough to set you down gently. Apparently, you haven't pinned her down as effectively as you hoped. Oh well. Reaching up and around her neck, you give her a good pull. Not bringing her down, but prompting her to lie down next to you. Her outstretched wing a foot or so away from your face. They look good from up close, each feather blurring into the next to form an illusion of a solid surface. This makes every one of her misaligned feathers painfully obvious, even to the untrained eye like your own. Looking over at her to make sure it's still alright, you see her smiling back, her cheeks flushed slightly. Hardly the image of experience she portrayed herself as, but she seems happy enough for you to continue. Leaning over to her, you start to kiss the base of her wing, feeling the powerful muscles beneath her skin shiver at your touch, sending a slight spasm throughout the whole wing, and a sharp intake of breath from further up her body. This is gonna be fun. Moving further up her wing, starting at the bottom, you start to run your tongue along its surface, leaving the feathers lightly damp as you go, and ruffling them just enough to her to feel it, without leaving any out of place. When you hit the first misaligned one, it's obvious. It just doesn't feel right. Gripping the edge on your teeth, you slowly, carefully put it back to where it should be, knowing you're doing it right by the cuts and moan coming from behind you. Continue along, fixing feathers where you can. Your bored hands find their way back to the base of her wing, rubbing over and squeezing, exploring it in more detail, enthused by her happy moans, and how her head was being steadily dripping down from a few minutes now, finally coming to rest on the ground as she gives up all pretense of not giving it completely to the feelings rushing from her wing. Redoubling your efforts, being more sure of what you're doing now. You bring your head back and start to work with just your hands. It's less intimate, but much faster, and she seems to enjoy it just as much. Each fixed feather another sigh, like a great burden had been lifted from her. Having finished one wing, you ask for the other, but receive only a half-conscious mumble as an answer. You can move, that's good too. A good chance to stretch your leg too, but you make sure not to take too long before lying on her other side and starting afresh. Swinging each bad feather back to where nature intended, she's getting more and more excited by now, to the point where each new fix sends shivers through both of her wings, as if having perfectly kept wings is the best feeling in the world. And you were bringing her closer and closer to it. As you get to the last few problematic areas, her breathing starts to get heavier, and the shivers turn into full-blown spasms. The last few feathers elicit light moans, and after the final one is done, she starts a long groan as both of her wings collapse into the ground. her voice cracking and becoming higher pitched partway through. You hadn't heard wrong. She certainly liked that. Looking back at her head, it's still resting on the ground, her tongue lolling out, and a pool of saliva gathering below. Her eyes closed and her breath still heavy. You lean back and put your head next to hers, waiting for her to come back to the land of the living. It doesn't take her long. Her eyes slowly open as her mouth swings back into a smile. That was awesome, dude. Where I can get some of those hand things? She whispers. These hands? All yours. She can share a little, you tease, giving her a little tick on the cutie mark and a slight grin. She bets your hand out of the way with her wings, giving them a strong beat, pushing her into the air for a moment before she lands on top of you. You open your mouth to say something else teasing and cliche, but she repeats your earlier move by diving straight into your open mouth, blocking your words with her tongue and leaving you breathless. Just like she was. The thin strand of saliva between your mouths breaks quickly as she pulls back, breathing just as heavily as she starts to kiss the side of your neck, her mane tickling your chest and brushing into your face. It's clearly not enough for her, though, as she darts lower down, grabbing your pants by the leg and easily pulling them down, the undone button providing no further issues. Finally free of its unfair prison, your boner pounces around a little, returning to its natural outwards direction. Dash, obviously never actually having seen it, eyes it accusingly before stretching out a wing to brush along it. Oh my gosh, you gasp. Not expecting the chorus of sensation from the wing's soft textured surface. That's not something the women back home could do. It's Dash's turn to render the other helplessly lost in pleasure as she brings her other wing to bear, rolling the two over your length in alternate directions. Your natural lubrication of matting the feathers and ensuring they'll need a good wash. Watching you arch your back and pushing your head back into the ground, she starts to lightly flap, stimulating your penis from all directions and bringing out your own moans, forcing you to bite your lower lip in a desperate attempt to not give in completely and come right then and there. She probably wouldn't appreciate the recolor of her lower body, sending you nearing climax. She removes her wings, letting them lie half raised by her body as she shuffles into position above you, giving you a moment of freedom before she starts to slowly lower herself onto you, both of your moans piercing the warm air around you. Resting there for a moment to catch her breath, Dash breathlessly asks, "You ready?" Frantically nodding, you force your legs to give her that encouraging thrust. You're ready for anything, or so you thought, as her wings spring into action, lightly flapping up and down to provide Dash's own thrusting. Later changes speed and force almost effortlessly, rendering your own efforts useless. Though you keep on thrusting anyway, your body having long since stopped listening to rational thought. The three sounds of her wings flapping, the squelch of flesh on wet fur, and both of your excited moans all act in synchronization to provide a beautiful chorus. Her face is scrunched up in pleasure and concentration as she struggles to keep her wings under control, each flap and thus thrust, bringing both of you closer to the edge, even as both of you beg your bodies to hold on and keep going, not wanting the constant assaults of pleasure to end. Unfortunately, your body isn't as under your control as hers is. Your thrusts growing erratic and your moans giving away the instinctual shouts as her powerful thrust pushes you over the edge. Your orgasm exploding and your seed shooting out into her. The feeling quickly driving her over with you. Your duet of mindless pleasure causing the nearby birds to go look for somewhere else to be for a while. Unable to control her wings, Dash crashed down onto your chest. Both of you lying there trying to catch your breath as you look into each other's smiling faces. For a crazy, unplanned one-day stand, she's one hell of a pony. Minutes go by until either of you are capable of stringing a sentence together, both mentally and physically, your arms finding their way around her body, and her legs stretching out across yours, as she shuffles forward to meet you in a weak but heartfelt kiss. That was amazing, dude. I feel like I was just finished a run with the Wonderbolts. You assume that's a compliment. You didn't know about the Wonderbolts, man? I've got to show you my collection. I've got photos, newspaper cuttings, autographs, everything. They're awesome, like you. No, that was a compliment. You heard Dash was way into some flight group. Never thought to look them up, but it does sound like a compliment. You're the first, you know. Ponies don't. I mean, I wouldn't just ask at a field. Not for anyone. I'm not like that. I like you. What I've seen, I mean, I see a lot flying around town. I watch you more if the flower girls didn't swoon anytime I got close. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I know awesome when I see it, and you're it. I don't want you to think I do this all the time. No pony asked me, not really. I wouldn't anyway. Gosh, I'm bad at this. Nobody can be the best at everything. You barely know her, and you'd be lying if you said everything you've heard was good. But what the hell? Why not? Drinks tonight, your place, you ask. She'll be there, she swears, a lazy smile on her face, and she begins another kiss. It's a beautiful day with a beautiful mare, and it's the best you've had in a long while. Woohoo! Alright, comment time. Gypsy says, I'm interested in having sex with Rarity, but I guess Dash would be a close second. Clone Trooper Kev posts this image of the nostalgia critic just looking at this story and saying what the fuck. There's a nameless one saying so fucking wrong. 90 says, I think this is my second favorite in the series. Tyrannosaurus Straight Face says, pretty good. I've read quite a few clopfics in my time, but yours is definitely up there with Twine and Me and Chopping the Bit. Twine and Me, that's such a fucking good story. Wrong? You think this is wrong? Go Google Trixie's Funhouse and then tell me this is wrong. That shit is just fucked up. Oh yeah, Trixie's Funhouse was fucked up. Back to the author. Great story. Well written and is worth a read. I would make a suggestion if that's alright. Try to slow it down a bit. I mean, you just jumped right in there from signing a sheet to foreplay. That's about it. Have a great day. Scootaloo with a Halo emoticon. Taw says, the fast pace was intentional. This is Dashy. She doesn't do anything slow. All my other stuff, except the request stories, is generally much slower paced. Thanks for the compliments though. I hope you enjoy the rest of my stuff whenever it's approved. Mr. Headhopper. Lol, I read this while asking in Skyrim, and I swear to God, I literally jumped when the battle music blared through my ears and two ancient dragons swooped down. You have no idea how thankful I am, man. Also, your cop fanfic was a pretty cool read or something like that. Clone Trooper Kev says again, I looked that shit up. Wish I didn't. And in response to both that fic and this, it's pretty much just a straight face. Ta. Surely you aren't telling me that second-person self-insert human pony erotic fanfiction of cartoon horses is weird, are you? Well, when you put it like that. ThingGen says, not for me. Shrugpony.jpg. Another Clone Trooper Kev. I'm sorry, it is well written to be sure, but humans? That's just... I don't... you know. Take your damn 5 out of 5 rating for a job well done. I'm out. Hey now, there's only one human. There's no need to get all pluralized in here. That doesn't make it any better, does it? Congratulations, you received the Congressional Medal of Troll. It shows Barack Obama giving a person the Congressional Medal of Honor, and there's a troll face pasted on top of the guy's face. 92 Snake Man says, they are only 2 in the series. 90 says, just be patient. Ta says, 2 currently approved. The other 3 are queued up for later approval, and 2 more not waifu fixed after that. Demonoid 47 says, now stop reading the description, because let's face it, if you weren't interested in having sex with Dash, you wouldn't even be reading this. It shows some fat guy with a weird stare saying, "Are you a wizard?" The Grim Reaper says, I would have sex with the main 6 in this order: Dash, Rarity, Applejack, Twilight, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie. Alright, Katrin Hair. I would probably only sleep with Applejack, Twilight, and if I'm feeling brave, Pinkie Pie. Real brave. Rarity is a no-go simply because she most likely get all fussy and be a real turn-off. Dash because, well, let's face it, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to properly satisfy her even if I had countless encounters before. Lastly, I just don't like to think about Fluttershy like that sort of way. She's just so delicate and timid. It's hard for me to imagine her actually giving consent wholeheartedly. And even if she did, I would expect her to shy away and start crying during... I don't think I can go on with it if the girl I'm hypothetically having relations with started crying. In fact, I can barely tell the difference between screams of pleasure and pain. It just wouldn't feel right, and it'll feel like I hurt her or something. Regardless, even if she later tried to assure me I didn't, I still wouldn't try again for at least a few weeks, out of fear of it happening again. Long. Comment is long. Diggity Slice. Your annoyance with her just melts away. She's that adorable. Awesome. I love how Dash always tries to be more tough and less cute, but she's always just winds up being one of the most adorable. Yeah, that's true. And another one from Diggity Slice. Really like the ending. It makes me happy to see that this wasn't just a one-day stand after all. Wait, Tech Ogre. Right. I know I remember Tech Ogre before. I'm sorry, this thing is slow. Oh, right. Alright, Techoker, the writer of the Memoirs of a Reality Jumper. Oh, that is one hell of a... That is a good story. I mean, I haven't read it in a while, but it is really good. Okay, back to the comments. For me, it's Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Twilight, and Rarity. I don't know if I could tap Pinkie Pie or Fluttershy. Grim Reaper. Lol, good order. Discord's Advocate. If Shepard in Mass Effect approves of interspecies courtship, then a human getting it on with a pony isn't very far off. That is very much the nature of furry porn or clopfics. Sex with aliens. Heck, it happens in about a quarter of science fiction novels, movies, and TV shows. That being said, well written. Swiper the Fox says, you might think that I'd find previous generation already unattractive, but then again you'd be wrong. G3 Rainbow Dash? No, not for me. Petrior. Mine would go Dash, Pinkie Pie, Twilight, Applejack, Fluttershy, and Rarity. I would have put Pinkie Pie next to last, but she grew on me. She that me. After all, I find pink extremely hot on females. Toyski. Gosh, the first reply picture, now I feel slightly bad for clapping to this. No matter, on to the next one. Swiper the Fox. There needs to be a way more fixed with Dash fucked by guys. Toss says, I know, right? She deserves better. Oh, god damn it. At least it didn't happen during when I was reading this. Dr. Anatomy. This nigga needs a bunny bitch slap. Oh, I remember that. Eurus McUseless Migrant. Hence why clopfics make me feel like Kirk. I'd still like to see more like this. Darkcodes 2862412 says my order will have to be Pinkie, Twilight, Dash, Fluttershy, Applejack, and Rarity. Shadowwords 1. My order is probably Dash, Twi, AJ, Rarity, Pinkie, and Fluttershy. Why are there no smiling Fluttershy emotes? Flamewing. This would be my order. Dash, Shy, AJ, Twi, Pinkie Pie, and Rarity. The Druid Killer. Reads the description, finishes it. God damn, you got me there, Toa. 10 Art 1. I admit, this turned me on. I know Dash likes it fast, but do you have to rush it so much? Ta. Ugh. Tell me about it. I need to revisit the concept someday and do it better. It's okay. You're the only clopfic writer besides Raging Semi whose name I remember. And you're doing a good job. Keep writing and don't forget to sprinkle a bit of Dash it. Wait. Just the other day I was in a heated argument against clopping. Sue me. Okay, Cyber sent an image, but it's not coming up, so. F22 Brony. My fucking order for the main 6 would have to be Dash, Twilight, Rarity, Dash, Pinkie Pie, Dash, 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 AJ, Fluttershy, Dash, Dash, Dash. Nice. F22 Brony's comment in response to 10 Art 1. Irony. Kitanuva. Very well written, though very rushed. As for my order, it would have to be Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Fluttershy, Twilight, AJ, and Dash. And only Rule 63 versions. Alright, some more sex orders and I guess for my order will probably be Dash, then Twilight, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, and Fluttershy. And that's just me. Well, anyway, that was Taz dashing that rainbow. Pretty much one of Taz's awesome stories. Anyways, I'm gonna head off. So this is Game On 1, signing off.